All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Strange Aeons. We're going to get a recap for you guys in about 2 seconds here. All right, gang. Who wants to do the recap from last week?
We have Perg here now, so.
Yeah.
All right, who did
Do
last
your
week?
damn job.
All right, I think it was who was it? Fucking, I don't even remember who did last week. So the Bighorn must have been.
Bighorn did last week. Yeah, we.
Yep. So Bighorn loses his experience bonus this week,
Oh,
and we'll move that over to Perg. Unless there's any debates on who wants to do it.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
I'm making it happen.
all right. So we were back in town with our damaged dwarf, and dropped him off to for the time he needed to spend to get healed up while we regrouped. And I think we eventually were able to lure Arnold into wanting to come with us by the promise of some undead for him to deal with. Excuse me. So we kind of got ourselves back together and headed back to the jail, where we went back and we're going back upstairs to look around and checking for different areas, and did enter another place we hadn't been before. It was kind of like a little office and a bedroom and a bed. And as we were looking around in there, Arnold was looking under the bed and got attacked by something, kind of a ooze on first situation. Ooze dog that was biting the hell out of him, but did manage to survive that and kill him, and finds a bunch of some documents in that area. And after that, I think we realized that we had looked around at all the ground floor and all the upper floor areas of the jail, and so we proceeded back into the lower portion, down where we had found Locke in the jail cells the previous times we had been there. So going around down there, we came upon, Bighorn went one direction. He came upon a kid, which later on we discovered was the brother of the young girl we had talked to before back in town. So we were going to take him back. And he was talking about how he was there, the kid was there when Locke had actually killed the people that were littered around the jail cell, and dealt with that. Of course, he has no memory of that. And we also found in another jail cell a couple of former party members, Ranger and this guy with a broken arm, and but they were unconscious, and we were going to collect them up when we were getting out of there. And looking around another room, we stumbled upon a ghost, which people attacked, but fortunately, with Arnold's help, was able to get the ghost to go away before any serious damage was done to anybody in the party. And we did eventually find the body of the person who was the ghost, and Arnold arranged to bury him outside. And I think we had found some more information and documents about different trials and arrests of people, and people getting bailed out by the Count, and reference to booksellers in Melvant. So a lot of interesting leads we had found. And I think we're still looking through the documents to figure out if it had anything to do with the Inquisitor that the Paladin was looking for. But eventually we finished up with what we were doing there, collected up all the people we had found, and went back to town to deliver the boy to his sister. And we were talking about and figuring out where to go next. And I think the thing was going to this, I don't know, wagon, some inn where Locke had been involved in an altercation that had gotten him thrown in the jail, to see if we could piece together more parts of his story, but also figuring out that that's in the Manor District, which is another place we need to go to try to check out the Count Lowell's house, and then maybe eventually, a trip to Melvant to figure out how that played into what's going on around here.
God damn. It's almost like you pay attention. All right.
Well, I review your Twitch.
Oh, that's good. I should do that once in a while.
Just a quick playback. Actually, it's good because when you change the map, usually with the map, I can just remember, oh, okay, we went there.
All right. So at the present moment, we're going to say you guys are all at the small hovel, if you will, in the cemetery. Sorry if I'm a little out of it. My words aren't wanting to work today. So everybody's kind of hanging around, and Arnold has mentioned that he will once again make dinner. I keep wanting to say Dolgren. What the hell is your actual name?
Baldwin. That's why you want to call it.
Baldwin.
You hate
Baldwin,
that name.
yeah, Baldwin, right. You're just laying on this fucking cot. Just hip is hurting. And Arnold walks over to the small table that he usually has books and stuff on, and he says, while you were all messing around, I found this in one of the desks. It was literally just sitting under one of the tables, and he sets this haversack down, and you hear it kind of like jingle a bit. And he says, I'm not opening it though, because I don't know what could possibly be in there. And he just like steps away from it.
I'm also going to back away.
All right.
Where did you find this bag?
There was a desk very close to the entrance of the jail, and it was just leaning up on the underside of it.
Did it sound like crystal and glass, or more like
Loose
wood
change.
and metal?
Sound like loose change.
Loose change.
Sounded like little kids laughing.
Well, no use keeping an open bag. Closed bag, not open. I'll open the bag.
All right. You blow up. Make a saving throw versus breath. What? No.
Fireball.
Yeah. You open it up, and sure enough, inside is just a fuckload of money, just loose in there. You see mostly gold, though there is some sprinkles of copper and silver in there. There's also a nicely folded cloak, and there is a dagger also kind of swimming around in the bits of loose coinage.
Oh, excellent. Would you look at this? Nice, fine, Arnold.
He walks over to the large pot, starts putting water in it, begins boiling it.
I'm gonna want to tithe some of that and give some to, the Church of Kellenvor as well.
You're gonna tithe? You're gonna do an actual 10% of everything?
Everything that's my cut, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you delete that then. So you're just gonna deliver this evenly amongst your group?
Yes.
Okay, then that makes it. So I'm gonna post these items in here. The cloak is very nice looking. It's a kind of a grayish color, but the material it's made out of is very foreign to you.
Is it big enough for me, or is it too
It's
small?
a man-sized cloak. Yeah, it feels.
I'll claim the cloak
doesn't-
if no one else wants it.
All right. And then the dagger also is exquisite. Probably the best looking dagger any of you have ever seen. Undoubtedly the best dagger any of you have ever seen. It is masterfully crafted would be an understatement.
Perhaps these items may be enchanted.
It's possible. But yeah, we could do. Let's see. Do I have my? Well, I don't have it all right now. Detect magic, or no, dispel in that one.
That's the one. Dispel magic.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. No. But yeah. So if I remember correctly, there used to be this bard that would come to Flan once in a while that knew a lot about magic items and that sort of thing. Maybe we could find him lingering around here.
What? How do you know that? You got knowledge of some sort?
I'm a local. I know this local. I got local history.
Let me make a roll.
Was it?
See if you remember. Fuck all. Your memory's a little sketchy.
Right. I said I'm kind of It's foggy. There we go.
Yeah, you remember exactly what you said. Nothing more.
I don't know when he comes to town, but I can't do anything to identify these things, unfortunately. In fact, I'm still waiting for Winter to get back to me on those potions.
Winter comes walking into the room with a box or a crate, if you will. She says, "Oh, you're all back. You're how convenient. I just finished checking the last of these potions." Who has those potions, by the way?
I do. I have well, there's one of each in the
Oh,
party sheet, and I have the other 3 of each
okay.
in my.
So one of them she pulls out and says, "This one is a potion of healing, and these ones are potions of invisibility."
What kind of healing is it?
Normal ass healing.
Damn. Hoping there might be a critical wounds there.
Oh, yeah, not in potion form.
I think our front line. I put the other 3 back because I see one that says healing, and then there's the 3 I just threw back in there. So I figure our frontline people would probably want those, need those more than me.
Can I use a healing potion or no? Because I'm not magical.
Yes, you can.
Can you drink?
Yeah.
Can
If you're
I take?
if you're a dwarf, there's a chance it won't work, but every other race is fine. Class doesn't matter on potions, except for technically, like there are warrior specific potions, like potions of invulnerability, but I let anybody drink them. That just seems silly.
Do I grab the shield to drag?
That is correct. Yes. If you want all of them, hold shift. I'll be a greedy bastard.
If I just want half of them, do I just drag it and then it'll last me?
No, you'll have to drag it twice.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there's no how many would you like to grab prompt.
Maybe that's something we should work on.
Yeah. Get right on that.
Mike, take notes.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's not on the bucket list.
No, not even in the parking lot.
Yeah. All right. So you can hear Arnold over there dropping shit in the pot. Speaking of which, what are the rest of you doing? Nice. I hear it.
Looking over spells.
Okay. Did anybody level up, by the way, since we are getting into some downtime?
If we have downtime, I have a lot of gold and I want to buy better armor.
Okay.
But I don't know what the next step up from what I have is. I apologize.
Let me see what you have. You have... Why can't I see it? What the fuck is your armor? Split mail. What is up from split? Oh,
Probably chain.
no, I think chain is under split mail. Banded mail.
Is it?
Yeah, banded.
Oh, then
split.
plate. Start throwing plates on
I
there.
think plate is the next one, and that's a substantial price increase. Yeah, once you get past like armor class 4, it gets pretty expensive.
What's the ballpark of pretty expensive? Just so I know.
I'm gonna let you know in a second here as soon as I find the damn thing. So I got the wrong. Shit, oh. Get out of here. I want you. There we go. So yeah, you have, what did we say?
Splint mail. Yeah,
Oh,
splint.
you got some options. Oh. You see 4, so you'd be looking at 3. The next step up is actually banded mail, which would be 200 gold on average. But that's base price. You know, you gotta like see what they have in stock and whatever, you know, supply and demand, my man.
All right. Well, then I'd like to head while we're all doing our thing. I'd like to head to a armor smith and negotiate for some banded mail.
All right, and just so you're aware, plate mail would be the next. Oh, what? Plate mail and bandit are the same price or the same armor class? That's weird. Yeah. Well, plate mail would cost you 600, but Why the hell would you pay for that? Oh, because banded mail is subject to availability. I see. Well, let's take a look. See if they have
I'm
it.
feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Middle of a recession.
Well,
I'm gonna say there's like a 20%.
I'm feeling
chance.
bloated and kind of nauseous, but I don't want to talk about it.
All right, so you head out. We're not going to role play any of this, by the way. It's not necessary. Not really, anyway. So you head out, and there is an armorer in town. There's a smithy too, but he definitely isn't going to have anything special. They do not have banded mail. He only has plate mail. He also has a suit of field plate.
Is field plate like better than split mail?
Yes, it is. So field plate though would cost you 3,000 gold.
Jesus.
And plate mail is going to cost you 700 gold.
All right.
If you got.
Well, I'm gonna look him in the eyes and smile real big and say, "I'll see you soon." Because I got me about 300 gold right now.
Okay.
How much would it cost to get my maul up to +1?
Oh, well, you would have to find a enchanter able to do that. You'd probably be looking in the neighborhood of, well, if you could find somebody somewhere around 2,000 gold, probably.
And how much is a platinum piece?
10 gold.
Okay.
You can also wheel and deal. Most enchanters are willing to forego gold value because they're more into items. So if you're willing to quest for things, sometimes they will supply you with rumors. If you can, if the rumor happens to be true, you go out and get said item, it might cut you a deal. But first you gotta find one, and that in of itself is a no small task, especially, well, just to pull the curtain back a little bit. Flan's not in a great way. There's not a lot of helpful people. The only people you guys have been subjected to basically are Winter and Cabbages. Aside from that, you haven't met anybody in town that's worth their salt in any kind of magecraft.
Well, that sucks.
Where is Cabbages?
Cabbages resides at the Sleepless Building.
So I got a decent amount of funds with me. Anybody mind going into town, try to haggling for a way to get me fixed? Healing wise, I'm willing to spend about almost all my money on paying for it.
Well, Winter would say, well, none of us have the ability to cast such a spell, but there is a chance if I had a scroll of Cure Critical Wounds, I think myself or possibly Arnold here could manage it. There is always a chance that we misread it, but it is worth a shot if you have the money.
I might have the money. We need to find a seller, and I can't really leave. Arnold, how about you go out and try to find one for me? You're probably the most trustable one here. In my eyes, at least. He pans around the room at you guys.
He doesn't know you. You're just a new dwarf in the party.
I mean, I'm a trust, but I'm telling him to go find me a seller, and then I'll give him the money. What's more trusted than that?
No, errand boy. You need to rest. Save your money and rest like a good boy.
Perg, you want to go do this for me?
We can go look around, see what anybody's selling scrolls. Although from our previous trips, wasn't much luck. So finding anything.
I don't care if somebody wants to
I'll go with
overcharge
Perg.
me. I just want to get up. I want to move around.
I will travel with Perg on his outing.
Okay.
Shopping mission. Yeah, we don't have much money.
I'm trying to.
Maybe I can sell some of these arcane scrolls that I have that nobody can use, or trade, or some divine ones.
Yeah, so Winter would say that based on her experience back in Melvaunt, the Church of Kellamvor would sometimes have cure critical wounds on sale, and they would usually require a donation of about 700 gold for followers of the church, and anyone outside the church would usually have to spend about 50% more than that. Just as a frame of reference for what she thinks typical churches would probably charge if you were able to even find one. They'd be looking at
And the only church we've seen around town here isn't one that's much interested in healing.
Yeah, you'd be looking about a little over 1,000 gold probably for a scroll like that.
Oh yeah, as much as I got actually.
Yeah.
That's about as much as the whole party's got together.
No, I with the platinum, it's about how much I got.
And there's still the chance that it could be botched, unless I mean, if Arnold or Winter could just cast it, they wouldn't need the scroll, and the fact that they can't means that they would have to take a chance in reading it. Heavy.
They can't be more incapacitated.
Yeah.
I trust the party.
Okay.
There's your first.
If only we had gone back and grabbed that witch's treasure chest, we could have had all our money.
If only.
Been doing this whole time without music. All right.
Well, is there anywhere that Winter or Arnold that we know, or that anybody knows of that we might trade for some scroll, find some scrolls other than the church?
You and your friend there, you say, I don't actually, never mind, that was before I came in the party. I doubt you would have talked about that.
I mean, your best bet is probably somewhere in the Manor District, to be honest. There's not a lot of people that have those sorts of assets here in the Podal District and Civilized Land.
All right. Gotta go to the haves.
I mean, unless you could, get in contact with the Welcomers, maybe, but we don't know what their status is like right now.
They're still locked under the city, right?
Yeah.
We never ventured down there.
After taking this long rest, I'm getting kind of antsy, and I'm kind of stirring in my boots. Can I go out and search for odd jobs or small quests?
Yeah, you want to just go outside and start beating people up, or?
Well, I mean, if that's what they want me to do,
only guys in bowler hats.
All right, so you're gonna spend a day just kind of walking around,
trying to find side quests.
All right, so that's fine. So normally, what you would do in something like that is go hang out at a tavern and look for rumors.
Perfect.
Unless you know of an actual adventurers guild, which there are none in the Moon Sea. That's not really a thing here.
No,
not
so
anymore. Anyway, so
I'm gonna head to the nearest tavern and pop down and have myself a little drink or two and listen to see if there's anything I can get going, because I'm bored out of my mind.
All right.
As a soldier wanting to see blood.
Sure. So what you're going to do is you are going to make a charisma check. You go into the Stain to hang out. Spend a good portion of the day there. All right. We'll get to that. So it's going to take a while.
Okay.
Just go around the table here. Baldwin, you're just relaxing, right?
Obviously. Not by choice.
Not by
healing.
Choice. Yep,
healing is the better word.
I think that's right. Yeah, you're healing. Perg, what do you got going on today?
I think I'm gonna go out and just see what if I can sell or trade some of these other scrolls that I have that we can't use for what we could use for Baldwin.
Where
So,
are you looking to try to sell those?
well, I don't know. I have to see if there's somebody who looked like they deal in arcane type stuff, or
Yeah, I don't
uh,
mean like what specific store or whatever,
right.
but like what
Right.
area of
We'll
land.
probably go to the Manor District since I'm
Okay.
figuring the people with money. Looks like this town's had it rough outside of that area. So,
Okay. And then we'll move on to Whittiam. What do you got going on for the day? Besides the baby.
That's a great question. What am I doing? Praying to Immature.
So you're just gonna spend the whole day praying?
I don't have much else to do, I suppose.
Come have a drink with me, you old man.
Fine. You convinced me. Twisted my arm, even. Let me finish this cup of Sanka first. What time is it? 8 a.m.?
It's
Let's
like,
go.
Yeah, it's pretty early. Maybe like 10. Midway to noon. Alright, and then Bighorn.
I'll tell you all about Ilmaterlock.
What's up?
Oh, come drink with me.
What's your plan for the day?
Well, probably
Let
don't
us
have the
drink and find
cash
work.
to get that +1. I might converse with Winter to see if she knows anybody that might have work and can also perform the act. If that leads me anywhere, then I might go in search of that. If not, I'll probably spend some time trying to commune with the spirits and build some relationships with some of those.
Okay.
And yeah.
Alright. So let's go with we'll go back over here to Baldwin and Locke. Alright, so the two of you spend a good portion of the day just drinking, getting to know
You mean
each other.
Perg and Lock, not
Excuse me,
Baldwin?
not
Gwydion and Locke.
Gwydion and
Gwydion
Locke.
and
I'm
Locke.
sorry, Gwydion and Locke. Spending a good portion of the day at the tavern, the Stain. For the majority of the day, it's pretty dead. Not a lot of people hanging out at this shitty-ass tavern during the middle of the day. But then as like dusk starts to settle, it starts to get pretty crowded. A lot of sailors coming in, starting to look like a rough crowd. And the two of you have been sitting there. Oh, by the way, what are you guys drinking? You just like sitting and chilling, or are you actually getting beverages?
Well, like, I'm drinking maybe 2 cups of mead an hour.
Mead? They don't have mead.
Well, I'm drinking 2 cups of whatever they're serving me
Yeah,
an hour.
yeah. The mead's a luxury item, which they don't have right now. So
2 glasses of piss water an hour.
pretty much it. So they got ale, but that's about as good as you're gonna get at the moment.
And I'm not even getting a buzz off it because I'm big.
Yeah, well, we can see depending on how much you drink. What's up?
I was gonna say, Gwydion's gonna drink mostly water.
Yeah, they do have. Oh, breathing. They do have a bottle of Cormarian brandy. Just one though, and each glass of that is 5 gold.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna drink. He's gonna
No.
his hard drinking days are over, especially.
Yeah,
day
no.
drinking.
Yeah, I'm just drinking
Right.
beers.
So
Six water.
during the course of you guys drinking, the bartender does go into detail on like venting about how they used to have lots more bottles of Cormarian brandy, but there seems to be some sort of civil war or some such going on in Cormyr right now. So gaining any sort of any products from that region is nigh on impossible. And he also talks about some dark cloud that seems to be centering over a city or a town known as Thunderstone. So basically the northern portion of Cormyr, which borders Sembia, is just pretty much off limits. And then the southern portion is at war with itself. And then as the night goes on, you guys drink your piss water. running up a tab of about 3 silver between the two of you. People come in and you overhear individuals talking about some ghostly apparition of an old woman that has been spotted in town several times over the course of the last few nights.
Oh, interesting. That sounds like something we could check out.
Sounds like something you can handle. I don't like witches.
You're the one with the
or
magical
ghosts.
weapons.
I mean,
I still have this regular old sword. It's
I'm
done
gonna
me
cut
good.
it. I'm gonna cut it down no matter what. But aren't there just some toughs we can beat up for gold?
Are you trying to start a bar fight?
No, I just want work. I'm bored. The dwarf healing. I need something to do.
Perhaps the bartender has some ideas. Maybe we can help out that town of Thunderstone. Or
Okay.
like mercenaries.
Let's just go kill that witch. Get a good price.
Is there a
Holy
bounty
shit.
on her?
I know where Thunderstone is from. Oh, that name just like rung in my head.
Yeah,
Huh.
just so you're aware, you would know because you don't have really any memory problems there, Gwydion. Thunderstone is like about a 3-month travel to the south.
Alright, let's go. We have a long walk ahead of us.
Yeah.
Here, I'll carry you the whole way.
I'd like to see you try.
Well, screw that.
Bartender,
Yes.
what's this ghost of a witch doing?
Ghost of a witch? I don't know if any witch is mentioned.
Ghost, then.
Yeah, it's been a tale as old as the last 10 day. People
That's
have been talking.
pretty recent.
Yes, indeed. Some people have been bitching about some ghost or some such that's been around town, but it sounds like pure poppycock to me.
Where
Has
are these
anyone
rumors
made it
based
bleed?
around?
What's that?
Has anyone made it bleed?
Ghosts don't bleed, you fool.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
My magic sword will make it bleed.
I don't think so.
And there's
But
there's
try.
this old man sitting next to you with a long white beard says, "Recent my ass! Shit's been going on for at least a month now. Probably longer. Every night. Look here.
Oh,
Look
tell
here.
us more.
Hank, nobody's got time for your shit.
Oh, Hank, we do.
Nobody's got time for your piss water.
I'm buying Hank his next round. Get over here, Hank.
Alright. Did I call it piss water? I mean, it's not half bad. I'm sorry. That was out of line with me to say. The bartender just kind of frowns and slides over another mug. Hank says, Name's Hank Phillums. What's your name?
Our names don't matter. Tell us what you were talking
My
about.
name is Gwydion ap Lauren, son of Lauren. I am a paladin of Ilmater.
Hello,
I
son
look
of
over at-
Lauren. Nice to meet
I-
you.
I look over at him and roll my eyes.
I don't even see it.
Your
Oh,
friend,
yeah,
your friend over there
yeah.
seems to have lost some eye control.
You're Philum, huh?
Hank
Hank Philum.
Phillum, that's right.
I think I've heard of the film. Do you have any relation to the films in South Jersey?
I don't think so. I don't know where Jersey is. Sounds like a horrible
It's near
place.
shore, I think. I've only heard about it in books.
Nah, I couldn't say that I have.
All right. Can tell us more about this ghost.
Oh yeah. Every night, this bitch be roaming the streets, doing ghostly stuff, ooh, and stuff.
Is it always the same place?
I mean, I always see her in the same place.
Where's that?
But usually when I'm taking a piss outside around the building here, I swear to God, she's just watching. I think she's hankering for the D, if you know what I mean.
Whose god are you swearing to? I don't believe you.
All of them, I suppose. He takes a big, healthy gulp of his ale.
Come, show me where you piss. I must piss as well.
This ain't some sort of weird fetish, is it?
If it is, you have no chance.
And if it is, I think I'll just stay here and drink my ale, if you don't mind.
I'm gonna pick him up by the back of his neck and be like, let's go piss.
Make a charisma check.
Go.
He just launches ale right in your face.
I just tear his head off his body, you mean?
Says, unhead me, vagrant!
Easy now.
I'm being repressed.
Being repressed. Hey, easy there, Locke. Easy. Hank,
Everybody looks at me but does nothing.
Hank,
Lousy peasant.
calm down. Locke, put this man down.
I'll be having 2 chickens.
What are you talking about, man? I am terribly sorry, Hank. Locke has had too much of this wonderful ale, and I'll look at the bartender and give him a wink. And
He just shrugs.
I think what my friend here is, he's just very anxious to see this ghost. That's all.
I want to see the witch.
Like barely in the middle of the day, the ghost ain't gonna be out.
I know. See, that's how drunk he is.
And I told
Bobby.
you, she comes out at night when I be taking a piss. It's not like I go out there. You know how many pisses I take throughout the evening? It's not like she's there for all of them. And I don't fancy the lad over here looking at my wiener while I'm pulling it out of my pants. I don't know what kind of game he's playing, but I'm not
I think
subscribing.
you're full of shit.
I might be, but you ain't gonna find out.
Locke, I think you're full of
what
piss.
your fetishes are.
Let's
I'm
just
gonna be
wait.
out there in that alley tonight looking at all the dicks.
It's not very nice to say, Locke. I don't appreciate that.
It's
I
what I'm gonna
understand.
do. You don't have to be there with me.
Put it away. All this nonsense, pack it in, put it somewhere, and let's move on, shall we? We want to find this ghost. Let's
Paladin, I am enjoying myself. If you do not like it, you can go on yours, but I'm staying here to drink more.
Thank you, Hank.
Indeed.
I give Hank a silver.
He bites it, puts it in his pocket. Well, I think I've had enough for the day. I'm gonna call it. And he gets up and heads towards the door.
What is wrong with you, Locke? You can't just grab people.
Oh, but you're wrong. You can just grab people.
No, it's rude. Are you inconsiderate?
It gets me what I
I
want.
can see that you are.
Come, let's have another round. Mead this time. No more water for you.
They don't have mead, Locke.
Piss water for you. You
I've
not
only been
regular.
drinking
I will
water.
pee in your water.
Next scene, please.
Yeah, alright, so Purg.
And scene.
And scene.
Alright, Purg, you're in the Manor District trying to sell some scrolls. How are you going about this? You just walking around asking people if they want to buy some scrolls, or
No, just trying to look around at the buildings. Like, you said there was that one kind of temple that it recognized.
Oh yeah, the
That,
Temple of fucking Bane.
Bane, but yeah, but not going to that one
Okay.
because I know that's probably not a good place to go
Yeah,
unless I want to get rolled.
Yeah.
So try to look around for if there are other places or any signs or things that might give an indication of somebody who would be involved in this kind of thing, that might have some money to buy some stuff or be able to direct me to the other scroll we might need for Baldwin.
Alright, let me consult my fucking bones here.
Mhm.
I remember what temples we have in Flan. Let's see, you got for religions. Oops. So Flan is pretty light on temples. So I'll tell you what, go ahead and you can either make a local history check, or
Okay.
or you can make a charisma check if you want to ask about.
Same difference.
Yeah.
All right, do the history. Oh, Just a fog.
All right, yeah. You don't remember shit. You know, there's a Temple of Bane. You seem to recall from the last
Saw
time you were
that.
here.
Why can't I remember what else is in this bloody town?
You also know that there's the most solemn order of the Silent Shroud, the group of worshippers of Kellamore that seem to reside in Valengen Graveyard.
I think we've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Know them.
Yep.
They can't help. They just make stew.
They sure do.
Basically useless. No.
Yeah.
Well.
You can always ask around.
Yeah, I'll ask somebody. I'll try the other.
All right, let's see how that goes.
Charismatic.
Yeah, you don't remember shit. You reach deep into the recesses of your right brain or left brain,
Ugh.
and your ability to ask others for assistance not much better.
Wow.
Uh,
Sorry, everyone.
really, there's just
Useless.
it's raining. It's cold. There's just not a lot of people in the streets. The people that you do know or do find in the streets, as you try to ask them, just kind of look at you like you're fucking crazy and ignore you.
I'm thinking to myself, just met this dwarf. Why am I out here in this pouring rain trying to find this stupid scroll? I'm going back where it's warm to get stew.
You're thinking that you happen to come across the Temple of Bane, and you see the establishment of adult entertainment near it. There's a rather attractive looking lady standing out in front of the door, staring off into the rain.
And he's reminded he should heal the Fae instead of the dwarf.
But you keep walking.
Yep.
All right, so you head back to the graveyard.
Yep. Failure.
Yep. And
Total failure.
the night ends in failure for everybody except for Bighorn, who spends a great deal of time communing with spirits and feels as though, well, who knows? Bighorn, if you got a moment, go ahead and make a charisma check for me.
No hits with Winter and finding somebody to.
We'll get to that. Get to that in a second. I want to do this. All right. So you feel as though you've gotten a little bit closer to your ancestors. But as far as like knowing anyone that can possibly enchant your weapons, Winter suggests that you probably are going to have to go into the Temple District unless you can maybe get a hold of the Welcomers. Those are your best options.
Isn't Winter a part of the Welcomers?
No, Winter is a member of the most solemn order of the Silent Shroud, though she is recently working with the Temple of Helm as an investigator.
Okay. Do we have access to the Temple District?
You mean the
Manor District.
Manor District? Did I say Temple District? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
I meant Manor District.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the papers now to go there.
Right. No, that's what I thought. I was just like, wait, there's another district? Okay.
Maybe we need to go under the city.
He'll spend the other part of his day because I'm pretty sure we know that we got to get like underground to get to the Welcomers or something like that.
That's right. And there's only three entrances that you know of, one of which seems to be inaccessible.
Right. So he'll spend his day trying to peruse the area.
The what area?
The Manor District or whatever the F it's called.
Okay.
And see if he can't find somebody that's willing to trade his work for their work type thing, or if somebody needs favors and can do what he's asked.
All right. Again, make a charisma check. Ooh. You run into the same problem as Witty or as per, not quite as bad. People are not looking at you like you're super crazy, but you spend a good portion of the day, and there's just not many people out in the streets. You do notice as you're walking about the town, though, various kind of charcoal markings on the walls that seem to depict strange cities or strange cityscapes. And even with the rain washing down on the walls, the marks do not smudge. They seem to be very resistant to the rain. And then, about 3/4 through your or 3/4 of the day through your kind of meanderings through the manor district, you come up to a strange looking obelisk near there's like a little kind of an intersection between some streets, obviously, and just right in the center of it is this tall, kind of bronzish looking obelisk with weird runes and shit on the side of it.
Okay, that's weird. I guess I'll kind of mentally mark all the houses that I saw with charcoal.
Okay.
And kind of make mental note of all that, and then kind of make mental note of the symbols and everything on this obelisk. I don't know if I don't think I have any paper or anything to write it down, so yeah. And then head back to where we're all hanging out and kind of report on my findings on that, and see if I don't know what kind of check I could do to figure out why that charcoal isn't rubbing off, and if there's anything to do with that obelisk I couldn't figure out. I don't know if astrology or necrology would help, but yeah.
It'll be a secret roll for myself after I check your character sheet to see what you are capable of.
Okay.
So you make it back to the Church of Kellenbor, as does everyone else. Locke and Gwydion, how late are the two of you staying out?
I would have left before Locke.
Okay, so at some point you just get up, you're like, yo, fuck this. And then Locke, when he does that, how long do you stay before you decide?
About 2 more hours.
Okay. Alright, so at one point or another, all of you end up back at the Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I need to ask a question. How long do you stay with Locke, Gwydion?
Probably not long after that incident with Hank. I'd probably want to look for other people around the area of that bar to see if they've had these same sightings.
Okay.
Of the ghost, and if it seems like, it's a real thing, not just some fucking piss drunk asshat.
Sure.
Or a bunch of them talking about. I just want to see if anybody in the neighborhood stories corroborate with this tale.
Okay.
And then I'll probably just head back after that.
So do me a favor, make a charisma check as shortly after you leave the bar. So it was dusk when you met Hank. So it's starting to get kind of dark-ish as you decide you're going to get up and excuse yourself and try to figure out what you can figure out by asking around town.
Sure. Just a straight charisma roll?
Yep. There's not a whole lot of people out, but there's a few drunks and just random night owls.
Should I roll in the tower, or?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
Not gonna really... Hey! A pretty decent roll. Man, you find this guy and he is adamant that he knows where this ghost goes every single night. And he tells you that it is almost lifelike when you first see her. She's old. It looks like she could be somebody's grandmother. And it looks as though she was strangled. That's how vivid the imagery is. And he says the first time that he saw her, he was scared to death. He shit himself, ran, but after about the 5th time he saw her, he started to get a little curious because she was never approaching, never assaulted him, so he would follow her around. And she would frequently come to this bar, the Stained, and just stare at the bar for hours on end before wandering off. But eventually she would walk into the Manor District. And that was as far as he would go. He doesn't have the ability to follow her there. But he thinks that she resides somewhere there.
Is there does the Stained happen to have a checkered past of some kind? Why would she stare at it with such
A checkered
focus?
past. Well, I mean, it's not called the Stain for no reason. All manner of vagrants and brawls. I mean, hell, just what? 2 months ago, there was rumors of a tall bull man and some other strong man beating a kid to death in the alley right behind the bar. So yeah, take your pick. My guess, woman was probably strangled behind this bar.
Interesting. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Indeed. And
Here's a silver.
praise be to Ilmater. He walks off.
Thank you. Now I'll head back. After that.
Alright. Alright there, Locke. Sitting there for a couple hours. It's pretty quiet. Seems that the excitement of talking about the ghost has wore off. The beer is not that great. You feel like you could drink this shit all night and probably not get drunk. What do you want to do?
You're talking to me. I'm sorry.
I am.
Can you say it again?
You
My dog is doing something.
Oh, your dog, yeah.
Sorry.
So you feel as though you could drink this piss water all night. Your buddy Gwydion has left. It's been a couple hours. Getting pretty bored. There's not really a lot of conversation going on in the tavern anymore. I mean, there is, but nothing that's interesting. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna approach a man at the bar. I'm gonna pick a fight with him.
Just gonna some random ass dude?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, you walk over to some guy and what do? He's sitting there, he's got a couple buddies with him, he's drinking.
I'm gonna take his glass out of his hand and just guzzle the whole thing down and look at him and burp long and deep into his face.
Alright. The whole table goes quiet. And he's just looking up at you. And at first you can see that he looks like he's pretty mad. If that rage continues. But then he kind of sizes you up, looks you up and down, and he just slinks back into his chair and says, just mumbles some shit. And all of the people at his table are averting their eyes. They're also not looking at you. You figure you're probably like at least 6 inches taller than this guy and probably outweigh him by, 2 more of himself.
I'm gonna look at the biggest guy at the table and just punch him in his face.
Alright, there's a dude at the table that's with him, but not, I mean, he's bigger, but he's not that much bigger. Maybe he got 20 or 30 pounds on him. You punch him?
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll. You don't need to target anybody, obviously. So just on your main tab, roll the THACO. Oh. you fucking swing at this guy, and he immediately like leans back, like sees it coming, and just by happenstance, his the chair leg breaks, and he falls flat on his ass, and your punch goes wide. The other two immediately get out of their chair and scramble to the other side of the room, and you hear a loud ass clang on the bar. And he says, "Oi, you! Not again! I swear by the gods, I will kill you where you stand!" The bartender comes walking out. He's got this big ass club in his hand. Says, "You get the hell out of my bar now!"
I'm gonna look at the first guy that I punked. I'm gonna hold out my hand and say gold.
He just stares at you, and then the smell of ammonia stings your nostrils.
I'm gonna grab him by his collar and hold my hand out again and say gold.
He passes out. The bartender continues to walk over, and he just slams the club on the table. Says, "I swear by the gods, I don't care how big you think you are, get the hells out of my tavern, or I'm gonna break your fucking face."
Does he have a pouch on him that I can visibly see?
The bartender?
The guy I'm holding
He
that passed out.
He does have a purse. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the purse and then like lightly throw like one hand lob the dude into the bartender's arms. Say, "I'm leaving."
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll initiative.
For my sword?
No, just a base initiative. Because you're holding a dude and trying to grab a bag.
Well, before I pick him up, I grab the bag,
No,
and I pick him up and throw him.
I understand, but this guy's right next to you and has demanded that you leave, and you're making an action to do otherwise.
So my initiative is in the main tab, right next to Theko?
Correct, yes. Alright. So you pull the bag and throw it, and the guy, the bartender, immediately just catches the man. Do you stand there or do you leave?
I leave.
Alright, so you walk out and have this man's purse. You hear there's, even as you leave the establishment, you can hear the jibber jabber going on behind you, like, what the hell is that all about? And then the door shuts behind you and you don't hear any more of it. It's dark, it's cold, and it's raining. What do you do?
My wonderful new cloak and shield protect me from the rain as I walk away towards wherever Gwydion went.
Alright.
Maybe back towards the cemetery if that's where everyone is.
Okay, so you start heading back towards the cemetery. And I need you to make a surprise roll.
If it's that little kid, I'm gonna be pissed. Surprise.
Surprise!
Got him!
You are not
I
surprised.
knew you were there.
So, as you're walking down the street, kind of fucking with this purse, like throwing it up and down, kind of smiling to yourself, and you come around a corner into an alley.
I wouldn't have been gloating.
Oh, okay.
I'd have been stern.
Oh, alright, so you're being stern with this thing. So you just jack some poor bastard. You come around a corner,
I'm mad at myself.
and at the very end of the alley, you see the disfigured apparition standing before you. Literally, just feet in front of you. Your gaze meets its gaze. And we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Because Locke's about to
Before I
die.
get into this. So yeah, everybody go get yourselves some beverages or whatever you think you're gonna need for this. See you in 10.
I'm gonna grab some popcorn and another beer, baby.
Yeah, let's go. See you shortly.
she needs to step her game up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a ton of fun, and it's a great take on the fucking genre that we've all been playing lately. Just there's actual steps in between that are fun, and yeah, it's got its jank, but it ain't bad.
Sweet, I'll definitely check it out. But in the meantime, we're all ready, so let's get back into this. So, Locke, you come around the corner. I don't know if everybody can see this. Probably not.
There's a map!
And I was not surprised.
You were not surprised.
Oh, I see it.
Can you guys see Locke and his assailant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does Lockout is +1?
We're gonna find out.
Of course I do.
Locke, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative as you come face to face with this fucking personification of terror and vengeance right in front of you.
Fucking child killer.
You were there, Bull!
Yeah, just been waiting.
I deny this. The glove did not fit, therefore you must acquit.
How come there's no thunder effects? I'm gonna send in a.
I see the rain.
You're gonna write a letter.
There's rain. There should be thunder too as an option.
Are you gonna code that shit?
I don't need to code that. They could put flashes. How hard could that be? They did rain, snow, and water. Put some flashes. Oh, you know what I will put though? Do this.
They didn't want to do it because then they'd have to put a warning up about epilepsies.
That's true. There is this first of all. Do another one. I'm just gonna stack them on here. I want. Ooh, that's too fast. A hint of mist. Really fast. Okay. Did you roll initiative, Locke?
Yeah, but it says something like
Oh.
Locke tried to roll initiative again. I only rolled it once.
Go ahead, try again.
Hold Alt key.
Yeah, hold Alt to do it. It seems to have you stuck on it. Oh, because when you were in the bar fight, and I never advanced any rounds. Alright, you see this thing and you immediately reach for your bastard sword as it reaches for your neck. But before any of that can happen, you lock gazes with this thing. Come around the corner. Turn here. Maybe? Bueller? Oh, I'm not. Gotta be. Pro tip, you have to be on the play option of the maps to do anything with the tokens. All
Mental
right.
note.
Yeah, mental note.
Oh, that's some windy ass freaking shit.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. As it stares into your eyeballs and you stare it into its. And you feel this kind of just freezing of your muscles for a moment, but you shake them off and pull forth your sword as this thing comes forward and reaches for you, try to strangle you. And it is your turn, Locke. What do you want to do as it reaches out feebly and misses?
I want to run the F away.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Holy shit, I wasn't expecting that.
I know you weren't.
An actual wise decision. Which way are you running?
Away towards where I came from.
Like back to the bar?
Back to the church. I'm sprinting
Okay.
distance.
Alright, so we'll say that you you run this way and out and basically just kind of zigzag through some alleyways.
Dipping.
Just dipping out. You know what? We'll end that encounter. Fast forward to the Church of Kellamvor as you're all kind of sitting around this small table enjoying a hearty bowl of Arnold soup. The door flies open as thunder cracks outside, and there stands Locke with just a look of terror in his eyes. and seen. What do you guys do?
That terror in your eyes better be excitement for finding what I asked for.
Shut up, little one. Heavily breathing. I don't want to talk about what just happened. I just want one place to sit down for a minute.
Nobody says shit to you. You sit down.
I ain't gonna stop you. I'm bedridden.
I want to count the gold in my bag I stole.
All right. There is 14 copper pieces in that bag.
Oh, cheap bastard!
Where did you get that bag?
Found
What
it.
a haul.
I don't believe you for some reason.
Make sure you add the 14 copper to your character sheet. You know how to do that?
Main
Nope.
No.
It's the inventory tab and scroll
inventory.
down. See
Copper.
The one that
Okay.
says CP.
Yeah, and then add 14 to it.
Yep.
Locke, now I understand that you are suffering, and I would like to tell you a little bit about Ilmater. When he saw suffering unto him, you were very aggressive today at the bar. I didn't appreciate witnessing that, and I don't think the patron of that bar did either.
I'm sure you've seen worse things in your time, old man. Know now when you come with me, this things happen. And I put my cloak over my head and I just look down and stop the conversation.
You may hide behind that cloak. If we are to travel together, you must restrain yourself, or I shall restrain you. By Ilmater's name.
Arnold takes a big slurp off his spoon, then stops and just stares at the two of you.
You must learn some restraint, sir.
And you need to watch your old mouth.
Do you have a mirror?
No.
Would you care to hold it? So I may?
Quit your squabbling, old man. I want to sleep now. I've had a hell of a day.
Yes, it seems the troubles and suffering that you've experienced recently have only been brought upon by yourself.
I stopped responding.
Locke begins snoring quite fast.
I enjoy a nice warm cup of senka, and then retire to bed as well.
Alright. Alright. Oh man, so much downtime. What do you guys want to do over the next... Well, first of all, let me ask, does anybody want to follow up on anything the next day, or are you guys just looking to continuously try to figure out ways to heal this fucking dwarf?
I will bring up the sighting of the ghost woman staring at the back of the Stained.
Bring
Was it
up.
the Stained or?
We got a couple things to handle before you guys go to sleep. Actually,
Okay, I did level up also.
yeah. So, however you guys want to handle the ghost issue and the obelisk issue, I'll let you guys role play that out. Have at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring up the obelisk that's in the brass obelisk with all the weird markings. And if somebody can lend me some paper and pen, I'll mark some of the markings and kind of draw it out best I can. And then I'll also mention all the different houses that have the weird charcoal that won't wash away. And to use, again, the best of my recollection, draw a crude map and mark which houses have the strange charcoal markings on them.
You guys all see the image I just shared?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the obelisk looks like.
It looks like an obelisk,
Yep.
Mhm.
or a giant's play toy.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't have any knowledges, I think. I can't roll shit. Nope.
Yeah,
I can
try to figure out.
read and
some
write about it.
symbols.
Only if you were there to see it would I allow you to roll. Right now, you're just going off of the Minotaur's description of it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'll give him some paper. He can try to draw the symbols.
Yeah? Do you have any artistic ability there, Bighorn?
I mean, I got reading and writing.
Yeah, it's not the same. But I will allow you to make a dexterity check if you want to try to draw this thing.
Yeah, reading, writing. I mean, I'm assuming with anatomy and astronomy, I'd, be used to making crude notes.
You would think so. Why don't you make a dexterity check and we'll find out. No, you suck. You're big ass fucking...
Fucking rude.
Have to hold
Becky.
the hook, right?
Big ass fucking cowman hands.
Yeah, no, these little human pencil isn't working. The human quill. I need like a fucking dragon quill or some bullshit.
You're used to making diagrams from udder milk. Just squeezing right from the teat and doing whole dioramas.
Pure milk, huh? Interesting.
So some stuff about this thing. It was about 12 feet tall, and it looked like it was, like you said, made out of maybe brass or bronze. You're not too sure. And yeah, it had all sorts of weird symbols and shit on it that just didn't make any sense to you.
That doesn't sound like something that was there before when we were there before. Any of us who lived here, and
Why don't you?
or do we remember
I'll tell you what. Why don't you make a knowledge local check?
local history?
Local history, yes.
All right. See if I do any better this time.
You have to roll pretty decently considering your memory loss. Oh. Yeah. So you do recall seeing this thing. It's not like it just appeared. You had spent a pretty substantial amount of time in the Manor District prior to losing your memory, and you do recall seeing this thing a lot, actually, though you don't remember what the name of it was. It was called something by the locals, and nobody really knows what the hell it was for. It's been there as long as anyone knows, really. Just always kind of been there. They built the intersection around it. And yeah, as far as anybody knows, it's probably just some old religious monument from maybe a civilization before Flan. But many speculate that it's been here longer than the town itself.
Yes, I remember that being there. I've forgotten about the symbols, though. I'd have to go back and look at those again. Figure out what they were.
All right. And then, yeah. So, did we talk about the ghost yet?
Yes, I was going to bring that up, yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And tomorrow evening, Locke and I came across a rumor of a ghost seems to haunt the area around the Stained. Locke was quite into his cups and accosted a man while we were in a decent conversation with him, and then for some reason Locke got a bug up his butt and grabbed him by the throat and attempted to there was no attempt. He did threaten him for more information. There was no need for it, to be honest. I don't know what has gotten into Locke. Actually, I think he's been like this since I've met him. And to be frank, I'm not a fan of him. I look over at his sleeping body as I'm sitting on my Senka.
I raise a middle finger.
Oh, he's awake. I'm an honest person, Locke. I don't appreciate the way you treat people. I will defend them, regardless of how you feel. Anyways, Shortly after that incident, I came across one other person who was quite adamant about the sighting of this ghost around that area, and I think it could be worth investigating. I think it may be tied into your past, Bighorn, and Locke's as well.
How so?
Well, the person I spoke to, he mentioned that the area around the Stained is named quite aptly as it has a checkered past. Bar fights occur, and apparently the last thing that happened, the last big incident, I think involved you both. But supposedly this ghost of a woman just stares at the Stained. I don't know. Perhaps it may reveal something.
You should let the dead lie.
No, we should not. The dead need to find rest. This and,
Wasn't Perg's mom supposedly strangled to death?
Yeah, Per killed his mom. Locke and I killed a kid.
Grandmother.
Kirk killed his grandma.
Grandmother.
Grandmother, yeah, whatever. You grandma killer.
An old
There's no
ghost
proof of that.
lady.
So Perg, how is your luck today?
Oh, just sounds just as bad as everybody else's. Didn't have much luck of finding anything, and nobody could help me, and I
You must
couldn't
understand,
remember.
Perg, how important this is. I'm a fighter. I'm not one to sleep in a bed all day. You must help me.
I need to be a better fighter.
Well, I would just. I need to
Fight.
get out of bed.
No
The fight
rebuttal.
to worry about is the one of
I uncorked this water skin that has my gut shaker in it, and I go to take a drink, and then I notice there's no more, and then I get really angry, and I almost like I go into a rage, and I throw it across the room.
Nah, you pass out from the pain.
Damn.
I'm trying. As soon as like the rage starts to induce, it causes muscle spasms, and the pain alone just puts you out.
Oh, before
That's
we
the
go to
pain.
bed, I'm gonna heal myself up.
Okay. Oh yeah, you know what? It's been a few days. If you guys are wounded, aside from broken hips and such, you can remove whatever wounds you have on yourselves.
So, what should we
At least
tackle
I feel
first?
better now.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't for me.
Well, the ghost does not appear until nightfall, so perhaps we can investigate this obelisk first.
Isn't it nightfall right now?
Yeah, but I need some rest.
Okay, so tomorrow obelisk and tomorrow night ghost.
I think that sounds like a good plan.
Plan?
Alright.
All right, everybody goes to sleep. Did anybody level up over the evening?
I did.
All right, they're human. Let me handle that real quick.
Oh, and I had a question about my proficiencies.
Oh shit, I leveled up too.
Oh, nice.
All right, let me handle the paladin first.
Yeah.
All right, paladin, you are now level 6.
Wow.
It looks like you gained 5 additional hit points. You are human, so you'll get 1 extra.
Huzzah.
All right,
Huzzah!
so, what is your question about proficiencies?
So it looks like I've got 4 used. Do I need a separate one to use the long spear two-handed?
No, I take that out.
Okay. Because it looks like it does more damage as a two-handed spear, right?
So weapon proficiencies are specific to weapon, but not so crazy that you have to. It's assumed if you know how to fight with one-handed, you know how to fight with one two-handed.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
It is
Alright.
It is weapon specific though.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, and then it costs 2 to specialize in it, right? And that gives me the extra attack every other round?
Yeah, and it also gives you a +1 to hit and +2 to damage.
Oh baby. Well, all right. I'm gonna use. Cool. I'm just gonna spend 2 to specialize in my longsword then.
All right, I'm gonna handle that for you real quick.
Okay, cool.
Put SP in parentheses, so that's gonna undo your proficiencies. I'll put them back on, and then I'll put the 1 and 2. And there's no like automation for the 3 per 2 for an attack round. You just have to keep track of that. So
okay.
You can only attack. You have to have stood still for an entire round to be able to do the 2 attacks. So you could move up and attack once, but the next round you must stay still for the whole round to attack twice that round.
Gotcha. Stand and bang.
Stand and bang. All right, so that's it for that. And you also you still have 1 proficiency left, and there are fighting styles that are in the house rules, and also the same fighting styles can be found in the fighter's handbook. I just put them in my house rules because at the time the fighter's handbook didn't exist, but if you look in the fighter's handbook, they'll be there. You can also purchase those with weapon proficiencies, and then it looks like you got a point left for non-weapons as well. So
Oh, cool.
you can either get a new one or upgrade one you already have, whatever you want to do.
All right, I'll look into that.
All right, and then go. Oh wait, actually, you know what I just noticed is you're kind of light on non-weapons. Did you get an intelligence bonus? You did not. So let me fix that. You should actually have 8. So you actually have 4 non-weapons to add.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So all right. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go over here to Bighorn, who's leveling up.
Tight.
What's he leveling? He is leveling
Shaman.
His shaman. Okay.
Man.
First ever
Give
shaman.
me more spell slots.
Level 6. Just gains you an extra slot of level 3.
Q.
That's it. And then let's see if you get any skills. You did gain you have a weapon and a non-weapon available. I think you'll.
Oh, sweet. That means I can become proficient with this Warhammer. Nice.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Remember how to add that?
I just been typing it in.
Yep, that's all you do. Right click. You could also, actually, if you have, well, it doesn't matter. It's just as easy. But if you have a weapon, you can just go to open the weapon up and then drag the weapon link and drop it onto the non-weapon proficiency. But it's just as easy to right click and type it in. It's not like dragging and dropping does anything special. Other than put the name in. All right, anybody else level up or no? Or nah? Nah, Locke's getting kind of close. Baldwin's not leveling up anytime soon, I don't think. Or Herg, what? The specialty priest didn't level up?
Nope, got a ways to go.
Oh.
Starting to stretch out here.
Yep.
Last was 35. This is 60.
All right. So, a new day. Are you guys looking to just kind of like hammer out each day to do specific things, or are you trying to let some time pass? Are you trying to follow up on any of these leads? What are you guys doing?
I imagine we're just, at least for Whitney, he'd want to follow up on any leads that he has as they're discovered. So the obelisk and then this ghost thing, that's about it. Unless we come across anything else.
Okay. When you're following up on the ghost thing, what specifically are you trying to, I guess, find out? Are you taking an active role to try to track it down in the evening, or are you just asking around?
I think it'd be smart to ask around first and then take an evening to try and get eyes on it and maybe follow it into the Manor District.
How long do you want to wait before you try to do an actual visual sighting?
I mean, we're not in a hurry, so as long as it takes before what's-his-fuck is healed, Baldwin.
Like 6 weeks?
Oh, is that long? Oh my god.
Broken hip, bro. That's probably
Yeah,
I think
no,
we're trying to get a
he's
fix
done.
for the spell, man.
Here, let's just Because I'm probably like lowballing that. How long does
You
it
really
take?
wait 6 weeks?
Let's see. Let's Google
Game?
this. How long does
I might as
it
well open up a workshop and
take to
start
heal a
blasting.
broken hip?
Fucking 2
Oh.
months.
Google says 10 to 12 weeks.
Oh,
But I'm going to give him 6 because he's a dwarf. That's how I'm going to rationalize that.
You might as well make a new character.
I'm not making a new character. There's ways to get around it. I can do the highest roll.
Death is not the only way to retire a character. Sometimes you get more just really bad injuries. Not that he's retired, but he's pretty bad off right now. But you guys can wait, you know? Alright, so we got Gwydion is just kind of following leads. Anybody else doing anything specific that could possibly get them in trouble?
well, probably want to go to that obelisk and check out the symbols and see if he can make any sense out of them.
Okay, what do you got for skill? Take a look here.
Identify symbol.
Oh, fucking hell.
Under abilities.
Now I gotta read this whole thing. Alright, go ahead and make your identify. Is that a skill or just an ability?
Yeah, well, basically, 2 intelligence checks. First to see type of person who made it, and then the second to determine general meaning of the rune. So not the exact message. So a couple of intelligence checks, I guess, is what it would be. So let's see. So first one, just barely.
Okay.
So if he could, if it's possible to tell, like who had made it, right?
Who
so
had made it?
You know, who did the writing on that obelisk?
You don't think? Okay. You don't think that the symbols were made by any man. You think that these symbols were made by a divine being. And I need you to make your second roll. And what happens with the second roll here?
I fail.
But I mean, if you would like, what is the second roll? Is it just like you take the better of the 2 rolls?
No. The second one is determine the general meaning of the rune. The first one is the type of person who made it.
Sure. So in your, it's a bit of this is starting to come back to you now, and you're starting to remember actually why you were in this town in the first place, and you think it might actually have something to do with these very runes. And there was speculation that these runes were possibly created by a god, because there is just no documentation on them whatsoever. And that's as much as you can remember.
That's as much as I remember. I don't remember which god or
with a success by 1, no.
Right, I know.
I probably shouldn't even give you that much, but yeah, you get that much out of it.
Damn brain fog.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do that.
All right. Big ass knowledge drop there, but you stare at him for a while, and you pretty much give yourself a headache staring at this fucking thing. It's like you feel like it's right on the tip of your brain, like you should know something else about it, but it's just not coming to you.
Inaccessible.
Yep. If only Google was real.
404.
Yeah, 404. Yeah, a little dinosaur icon shows up.
Blue screen of death when I think about it.
Okay, let's see, who did we not touch on? Let's go to Locke. Locke, what are you doing?
Locke is just gonna chill where he's at. He's a little shook, but he doesn't want to show it.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna hunker down for the day, resting.
Alright, Locke is afraid to travel alone, with good reason. Bighorn. Muted? Away? Oh.
What's up?
What do you got going on over the next however long?
I probably would have joined Perg to go up to the obelisk.
Oh, okay. Let's see, Does Bighorn have any skills to contribute to this endeavor? Let's take a look.
I don't think so.
No, you don't. Not to say you couldn't ask your spirits, but just looking at the thing, you don't know shit about it.
Right. Which is why I, brought it back to everybody to be like, hey, this is what I found.
Yeah.
Um,
And Purg has mentioned, as the two of you were staring at it, that he thinks that he recalls it may have been created by a god.
Does he know what kind of god?
I don't know. Purg, do you?
No, I keep trying. I know I should know this, but I don't know. I can't pull it out. I have to keep thinking about it. But it seems like it was part of the reason I was around this town. But
Okay.
we'll come back to it.
We'll
circle back.
Can I do like a vibe check on it?
Yeah.
See whether it's like
Yeah.
natural, unnatural, that kind of thing.
Definitely looks unnatural. Like it was. It looks like it was carved out of a single slab of bronze. If you had to guess.
Well, I mean, like,
or forged from a massive piece of bronze, rather.
does it feel pure or corrupting?
Ooh, you gonna touch it? What do you have that gives you the ability to tell the detail if something is corrupted?
I'm not sure.
Pulling this out of your ass. All right, let me take a look here. Got
I got this thing called sphere axis.
yeah, that's just looking at it and touching it. You don't have any sort of way to indicate whether it would be a pure or malicious object.
Oh yeah, I forgot to see if I got any new spells. I didn't do that.
You did not. You just gained an extra slot in 3rd level.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, don't have anything I can really do for that, unfortunately.
Okay.
And yeah, after that, excuse me. I think maybe show Purg all the houses that I saw with the charcoal.
Okay.
And then kind of wait on the group and see if we want to go try and find the welcomers again.
All right, Purg. So you see these buildings. And they got some. It's not super clear, as it looks like it was drawn on with charcoal. It's kind of fuzzy, but it does look like some sort of cityscape. It almost looks dreamlike. I think if you're looking at a city from like within a dream, the details are like enough that you could know that it's a city, but not well enough that you could make out any buildings. Or like,
So, and is it the same picture on every house, or is it like different parts, or?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
The images are just good enough to tell that they are from like different angles of probably the same city, you think, but again, it's still too fuzzy to like get any kind of idea of like the architectural style or anything.
Yeah, I was just wondering more if they were the exact same identical picture, or they vary.
They're very close, but you can tell that they are different.
Okay. Well, that's something strange, but yeah, maybe, I don't know, we have to find those welcomers. They seem to know this town. to go through that cemetery entrance or something. Maybe they can come up with something to help the dwarf.
I think that was to you, Bighorn.
Oh, just in general,
Oh,
yeah.
just in general.
Sorry, I was freaking.
Well, yeah, he was talking about that too. Like, we could go back and perhaps delve in there, because we know the other entrances, one is closed and one's in the forest with the killer ranger.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of shit no matter which way we go. So I think we just need to pick one and go.
Yeah. As long as we take Arnold with us for the undead, we're good. So I think after that we can go back to the central point and see what other people have found.
Okay. We'll say that this has gone on for a couple days. Moving the timeline along here.
Frankie, where did you say I could find more of those? What do you call them? Specializations?
Specializations, or you mean your
Fighting styles?
Your
Fighting. That's it.
fighting styles, yeah. So you can either in my my house rules manual, they're in there, or in the fighter's handbook, it also has them.
And then the same.
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
Okay.
I think some of the descriptions are, I want to say, a little better in the fighter's handbook. I copied them out of the combat and tactics book, but they're the same. They're the same descriptions, at least close. But if there's a discrepancy between the two, I'll take a look. Is there and I can run it down for you. Basically, the fighting styles are, instead of a weapon, it's like how you fight. So it's like dual wielding, single weapon style, sword and board, 2 weapon. I think that's all of them. And there's also a shield proficiency you can take as well, where you can actually gain an additional bonus to armor class while wielding a shield.
That sounds cool.
Yep.
I think I'm leaning towards sword and board.
So sword and board doesn't give you an additional armor class. It just allows you to fight with a shield a little more effectively, but you still incur the 2 weapon fighting style penalties unless you take 2 weapon fighting style with it. But it allows you to, for instance, if you are using a shield and you try to shield bash somebody, you will not get your armor class bonus. But if you have sword and board, you can shield bash them and still retain your armor class bonus. But if you try to swing with a sword and shield bash, you're going to incur a penalty as if you were fighting 2 weapon style. That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay. And that costs 1?
It costs 1. There's further benefits if you put 2 points into it.
Should I wait to spend 2, or can I spend the extra 1 later?
You can spend the extra 1 later.
Okay. I think I'll just do sword and board then.
Yeah, I actually don't know if sword and board has 2 points that you can spend. I would have to check. I know 2 weapon fighting style has up to 2 points, as does single weapon fighting style. I don't think all of them allow for 2 points, but either way, yeah, you'll get at least that initial bonus I talked about.
Alright. Oh, I think I found it.
Okay. It's called Sword and Shield. It's not called Sword and Board.
What? It says weapon and shield in the fighter's
Oh,
handbook.
is that what it's called? Okay.
A weapon and shield.
Yeah. It should outline everything I just said. More or less.
My mom's a weapon and shield.
Yeah, that's good.
That's right.
Awesome.
Don't know where she's gonna go.
Is she offensive or defense? You don't know.
Quite offensive.
She sure does get manhandled a lot, though.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or bull-handed.
I don't need no shield.
All right. How long are you guys looking to fuck around? You got up to and including 6 weeks to play with, or you can do other shit and make this.
I think we should
guy
go
just sit around
through the cemetery entrance beneath the city and find the welcomers to see if they have something to help Baldwin.
like immediately.
Yeah,
Who's with me?
Uh,
If not sooner.
aren't the welcomers?
Yeah, I heard maybe Arnold might be interested in going as well.
yeah,
There's
Arnold
undead.
doesn't mind
so-
going.
Yes, he likes undead.
Wait, the welcomers aren't they? Don't we know that chick with the goat at the?
Yeah, she's not the leader and
No.
the people with real power.
Oh, I see.
She's the one that told you that the entrances were either the Kutos' well. You could go through the cemetery, through various mausoleums, or you could go try your luck. There are various forts that reside within the Quivering Forest, but there is a ranger that does not allow any mortal beings to enter for whatever
He is
reason.
a big pain in the ass.
He is.
I think we should respect.
Has he had his hip broken before?
No.
No, but there was an individual in that party that lost an entire leg.
At the hip.
Yes,
A
at the
paladin.
Yep. Lord Horror Bear. Yep. Goldberg
Got him
lost
a
an arm
prosthetic.
and
House
a leg.
Hunt Silver.
Been a
Well,
lot
I
of-
lost an arm.
Uh,
However, I got replaced with a mithril arm.
Yeah,
which
there's
was
been a
pretty
lot
cool.
of appendages lost in my campaigns.
And I ate man soup.
Oh, gross.
That's-
Do we have any idea how long it would take us to get to the welcomers?
No, you know that getting to the mausoleum, or any one of the mausoleums that would take you into the catacombs, is literally minutes away because you're in the graveyard. But none of you have any idea how long it would take you to get to the sewers where the welcomers reside, or even where those are. You could end up getting lost in the catacombs.
Before we do that, perhaps we could investigate this ghost, this apparition that appears.
Full disclaimer, the catacombs are not within the scope of this campaign, but I'm more than willing to run that. I am not scared. You may or may not get rewarded or die.
Let's go see if we can find that ghost.
Ghost.
So we're not going into the sewers?
Not at the moment.
Oh,
Arnold.
I mean, unless everybody else wants to run it.
investigate my crime. Huh?
Before we go into the
Damn
depths of this unknown, we investigate what we do know above ground.
What do you think you know?
It's a little more readily available.
Sure, can you give me some fermented goat's milk while we're out, please? And these lists of herbs here. I just need these lists of herbs.
Do you have
Hey.
a ability to write? What the fuck?
No,
And
dwarf! We're going to fight evil.
Well, the evil is right here, and it's my belly who's hungry for some gut shaker.
my belly desires rumbly tumbly.
And I must, and again, if while you're in town, if you could, try to find one of those scrolls for me, that'd be great.
We only just met you and saved you. Why do you think we'd go out of our way for you?
Or to go out of the way for you.
Not with a broken hip, you won't.
Arnold said, well, I mean, he did fight on all of your behalf.
No, he
Yeah,
fought against
I
us.
covered your exit while your escape while you guys got away free.
We escaped the opposite way that you were.
You would have never escaped if I wasn't up there.
We could have all survived if you were with us.
Listen, I can't just let this dwarf be in pain. If we can figure out a way to expedite his recovery, I would like to.
An event orthopedic surgery?
Put up my nose and walk out of the shack.
Arnold gives you raspberry.
That's not that's out of character, Arnold. I like it.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't help myself. Pulls down his lower eyelid. Takes out his tongue.
You go roam the city at night, find a ghost, avoid a revenant. Is that the job?
It's daytime, isn't it?
What is this about a revenant?
Well, like I said, these people. Well, Bighorn. We were all there when he faced it before that night. We know it's still around somewhere.
I just
Don't
sit up
see too
against
many
the outside of
daytime
the building.
ghosts usually.
If there's a revenant in town, then there's a reason for it.
I make eye contact with
Locke and I
Bighorn.
Yes, we're traveling with them.
Does he not know?
We lost our.
He doesn't know.
memory.
He wasn't there.
Oh shit! I tell him.
You just straight up tell him?
Oh, who?
100%.
Alright, so you begin telling the story, the revenant, and Arnold's just looking between Bighorn and Locke. He says, well, this just won't do. We need to put this thing to rest or we'll never stop hunting you.
Yes, and I think it might be tied to that ghostly visitor around the stained.
I ran into it
What?
a few nights ago. I was walking back from the bar, and I met it in the streets. I made eye contact, and
You ran.
I ran. But
Yeah.
it's here. We can find
He
it.
ran so far away.
Maybe we can make a trap, and I'll be the bait.
Sadly, that won't be enough.
I don't think revenants just disappear.
They do not. The only way to deal with such a creature is it either gets its revenge
Let it kill you.
or there's some sort of atonement.
I shrug.
What kind of atonement would you suggest in this situation?
That depends. What do you know of its murder?
Just that apparently Locke and I committed it.
Did you do it of your own volition, or were you told to?
I don't remember. I mean, I have amnesia just like the rest of you.
I don't have.
And everything that I know of this, I got from Lethe because she got all psyche mindfucky with it.
Sounds like we need to talk to Lethe then. If Lethe knows more about why this creature is after you, that could maybe lead to some sort of remedy. This isn't guaranteed. If you killed it of your own malicious intent, there's nothing you can do other than die. But if someone else was involved, there's a possibility you could maybe redeem yourself. It won't likely be easy, though.
I gotta channel my inner Lethe.
My eyes get wide, and I realize something. And I say, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it tonight."
Also, you should not be alone. The creature, while I don't doubt many of your talents, it's only a matter of time. The creature will not rest until it either gets its revenge or is atoned. And even the bravest and most powerful of soldiers will eventually succumb to its, the terror that the creature embodies.
It's just that I have a feeling. I can't explain it, but I don't think we did it of our own volition.
Well, that's good to know. You still should not be alone.
Well, who's coming with me?
Oh, it's daytime right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight. Who's going to come with me tonight?
Well, we'll all be there.
All
Well,
of us.
I don't know, then everybody there.
Well, one of us won't.
Let's go into town.
Let's get that saddle made.
Alright. Are you guys still on this saddle thing?
They ain't coming
He
back.
wants to come with us, so we can make a dwarf saddle.
No, I'm gonna embody another champion.
Oh yeah? What, Arnold?
I'm taking go Arnold.
Okay.
Can't say nothing. I'm doing it. I need to do something.
All right. Let me do this real quick.
Baldwin falls asleep, and then his spirit goes into Arnold.
Guess I'm not getting him any of those herbs he wanted.
Arnold gets a list.
God damn.
11 herbs and spices and goat's milk.
Yep. Actually, about 12 herbs.
You want some of that
Different herbs.
KFC?
It's only 11,
12.
not 12.
Yeah, it's 12 different herbs.
Everybody knows.
It's
You
11.
got basil.
He's not getting it.
Got some cayenne.
You ain't gonna be able to list off the 11 that they use because most of them are made up.
Oh, is there actually like a list of them? I didn't even know.
I don't know. I mean, if they're coding 11, then I'm sure there's a list. Anyway, what the fuck? We're playing D&D here. We're not talking about KFC. So what? God damn it! All right. So you guys are trying to what during the day, or are you just waiting till night?
Arnold's
just
going
waiting
into
till
town,
night,
and
right?
he's gonna try to find that scroll.
Oh, the cure critical wound scroll.
Yep.
All right, Arnold. Go ahead and make a charisma
That's what you
check.
said. He said he would, so I'm gonna try
Yeah,
that.
he would definitely try that. I mean, I don't think Steve would try that. He probably wouldn't give a fuck.
He wouldn't give a fuck. I got local history, or you want a charisma? Okay.
Charisma check, yeah. Yeah, you guys suck at some charisma checks, let me tell you. Success by 0.
The one I rolled was amazing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, alright, so Arnold goes out and asks around, and he's told that the Church of Bane would likely have some pretty potent scrolls, as they seem to be the strongest church in the town as it stands. The Church of Tyr used to have a pretty prominent cleric, but she's been missing. Disappeared about a few days before the magistrate did.
When was how long has it been?
Fucking weeks. 10 days, if you will.
And what other churches are there in this place?
That's it. There's Kellamvor here, which is basically non-existent now, and Bane, which, just so you're aware, Arnold would have nothing to do with that fucking church.
Nah, I'm gonna ask the group if they know about the Church of Bane. Well, like I was told that they would sell the scroll there. Do you guys know about that?
Mitch, you got religion?
That's Arnold. He would know.
Arnold, I'm not even gonna make him roll. Arnold knows for certain that the Church of Bane is not a church he would have any dealings with. Bane is the god of strife, basically the embodiment of chaos. There's nothing to be had there.
Well, that makes it hard for me.
Yeah, it sure does.
If you ever if you want to buy one,
The only other option is to head to Melvant and try to sequester scrolls there. That's about a week-long trip.
He wouldn't deal with them, but would any of the other party members deal with them?
Not a week. It's like 3 or 4 days. What's that?
He won't deal with this Chaos Church, but would any other of the other party be able to deal with them?
That's something you would have to ask yourself internally.
I mean, Locke is pretty chaotic.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you wanted me to go in there and acquire that scroll, I could try.
I won't have anything to do with them, but if you wish to help your party member, sure, your friend or companion, or if you hate them, just moral compass, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't do it for him, but I'd do it for you, Arnold. We've got history.
Do as you wish.
All right. I sit back down.
Also, Arnold would say you shouldn't travel alone. You don't know what you'd find in the Church of Bane. So, some more stuff that Arnold knows that he doesn't know why he knows this, but a majority of the followers of the Church of Bane within Flan are orcs and half-orcs. There's very few humans that follow him in this city.
What do you guys wish to do? Where are we going next?
I believe we should stake out this ghost.
Go.
I will help stake out the ghost, but I won't be alone in the darkness. Someone must be with me.
Arnold can go help with the Revenant and see how to appease it.
Oh yes, that's a better idea actually. I know how to make you bait.
I told you, atonement or it kills you.
We have to find more information about.
You could find out what the atonement could be for him.
Yeah, weren't we gonna go talk to Lethay about that?
Yes.
Get more clarity.
Lethay! I start walking towards the.
Lethay currently resides at Cabbage's pad with a broken rib, right? Is what she broke?
Broken
leg.
Broken leg. Seems to be going around. Alright, so you guys go into Cabbage's place with the weird-ass cataract goat. And Lethay is there, all big-brained as usual. This is all you, Thomas.
Greetings again.
Lethay lays there with a little hand towel over her head.
Lethay, are you able to recall any further information about why that revenant was made dead by friend Bighorn and?
Yes, I told you. I told you this many times. They killed him. They killed the boy because he was stealing. He stole. All he stole was an apple out of the pantry. He was hungry.
Who instructed him to kill the boy, though? And were they of their own mind?
Actually, if I remember correctly, the boy stole the apple. He was running out of a window, and he was running out in front of the manor down the steps. And they caught him, and they brought him around into an alley and beat the shit out of him until he died.
Who did he steal from?
I just saw a manor in one of the manors.
You don't know the manor?
He doesn't. She doesn't.
I know that. Now, mind you, I remember. I do remember the dream. I mean the thing. No, the boy just stole an apple from the house, and what I remember is you guys looking. I think it was Locke actually looked down at the boy, and you guys took him around the back, and you accosted him.
Do you know if we worked for the manor, or were we just passing by?
If I remember correctly, you were just passing by.
No, I'm gonna interject.
That doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna interject here. So, your dream or your vision was very vivid. That you were the boy in the instance, and you were coming out of the pantry, or the kitchen, rather, and these two guys came around the corner and saw you. You knew them. They were employees of the estate. You immediately vacated the premise only to have your shit stoved in later in the evening. They absolutely did work wherever you were.
Do you have any recollection of the relation of the boy? Was he just a random walking into this manor? I can't imagine.
I'm not sure what.
I thought he worked there, you said.
He was a 50 street rat!
I punched Locke in the face. Calm down.
They worked for the estate that he stole from. So I mean, I guess it's possible that but I mean, he was only stealing like an apple. I wouldn't think an estate owner would want them to kill a boy who stealing a thing that costs, probably a copper piece.
Do you recall his name or the manor he worked for?
I do not.
Well, it seems we're still at an impasse here. I believe we should follow this ghost.
The manor district. That might be able to.
No, you must stay here and rest.
Might be able to remember the location.
Stay here and rest.
It does sound like we were working for the manor.
Yes, I think our best bet here is to follow this ghost into the manor district. As she did say that the person I talked to said that she walked into the manor district. Perhaps she was a relation.
I can't contact it. I can contact it here.
Perhaps you can.
And the rest. I still have this power.
I don't understand. How would you be able to contact her from here without any other...
Well, just contacting entities within the area. But it is something I have the power to do.
Well...
Captain just said, you're not bringing any entities in here, I'll cut your throat.
Oh, there you have it. Let's go follow this ghost lady. I walk out the door.
The goat bleeds. Alright, what are the rest of you doing? Gwydion leaves.
I follow Gwydion and I kind of lightly kick the goat in the butt.
It stares at you blindly, but you feel like it's looking at you with its blind ass eyes.
I make a kissy
This goat is
gesture at it and walk away.
Some odd memories. I think Arnold actually was around during that time.
He was, yeah. Yeah, Arnold, he kind of stares at the goat for a while as if there's some sort of remembering going on there, but then he shrugs and walks outside.
Can I just roleplay the goat?
Sure.
Drop Gwydion. I have a character sheet for the goat.
Level 1 goat, yeah. No to next level. Always level 1.
I'm going to scream and then faint.
Alright, what are you guys doing? Besides fainting.
I say we go stake out a spot where we can see where the ghost usually appears, preferably the pub.
Perhaps, because it had accosted you already, Locke, you might want to stay a bit back. If it senses your presence and you had anything to do with its murder as well, it might seek you out.
The ghost?
Yeah, yes, the ghost. You said.
No, I think we know who killed that ghost woman. Her neck was pretty thin, right? I chuckled to myself.
She looked pretty elderly, too.
I nudge a big horn in his giant ribs with my elbow and just chuckle.
Berg, did your grandmother work for an estate as well in the Manor District?
I don't know if I remember.
Berg, was your grandmother a ghost?
Not that I remember. Actually, yes, I'm a ghost too.
Nevertheless, I say we hold up at this pub next to where it usually shows up when people are peeing on walls and sit next to the window and...
Yeah. You guys gonna go inside?
I am.
Right,
I'm not.
You go inside, and immediately the bartender says, "Oh, hell no! Get your bitch ass out of my pub!"
I look at him and I say, two pints, and I go sit in the corner by the window.
He just walks over to you, wielding a club. The rest of you, those that go inside, see this.
I will just watch
Okay.
until something dangerous happens.
Yeah, he puts the business end of the club down on the table, and he says, "Look here, you. This is my bar, and you will respect it, or I will break your skull. You will leave now and take your friends with you. You are no longer welcome here.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna look him in his eyes. I'm gonna say, either you take this 20 gold, or I bash your skull in and take over your bar.
You're welcome to try, but I will not take your ill-begotten money. Get the hells out of my bar.
Look, I'm actually here to investigate a ghost that's been plaguing your patrons. All I want to do is sit and wait for it to show up.
The only one plaguing my patrons is you. Get the hell out.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have gold. I want drinks. We have friends.
He just stares at you for a long-ass moment. Make a charisma check.
Who's in the bar with them?
I don't know.
Okay.
He-
I said no off the bat.
yeah, he's just staring at you for a good moment. Is Arnold in the bar?
Yeah, he's gonna walk up to Locke, and he's gonna kind of pat him on the back, and he's going, "All right, let's go to a different bar, and not bother these guests anymore." And he kind of like firmly squeezes your shoulders as he's trying to move you back.
I'm going to look down at Arnold. I'm going to look back at the bartender slowly. I'm going to pick up my bag of gold. I'm going to say, "You're lost, barkeep." I'm going to walk out the bar.
Alright. I think Arnold's like 6'8". I know it doesn't say it on the character sheet.
No,
but-
he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
He's actually, I think, taller than Locke.
Yeah, I'm
Why
6'4", I think.
tall?
Yeah, he's hella tall.
No, Arnold's a fuck. He's from the the Heartlands.
Yeah, he's 6'8". Yeah.
Damn.
He's a tall ass
Sheesh.
drink of water.
He's like a Viking, pretty much.
Alright.
Like he's from the Heartland, pretty
Yeah,
much.
and Locke, as you look over Arnold, attempting to look down at him, something about him has an almost military quality to it. You know that he's a religious man, but something about him screams military. You don't know what it is.
And that's the reason that I decided to just leave then. I could feel it.
Yeah. All right. So you guys walk out and you can hear an audible sigh from the bartender as he walks back behind the bar. You can hear him putting the club back under wherever the hell he stores it.
I was sorry. Before we leave, I'm gonna leave. Well, as Locke walks out, I'm gonna walk to the. I'm gonna as we're kind of walking past the where the bartender is, I'm gonna leave him 5 gold and tell him.
You just drop 5 gold out on a table. The bartender had walked the opposite way.
I'm gonna tell him sorry for the troubles, and then throw the coin out.
Sure. You just yell that as you just drop some coins. And you guys make it back outside. And yeah. What now?
I'd been already kind of keeping an eye out for this ghost.
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
nighttime yet?
You know what I forgot to ask is, like, yeah, what time of day did you guys... Were you waiting till night to come to the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. That would make
so,
sense.
So you guys are just going to hang out...
Yeah.
Immediately in the vicinity, you don't see a ghost.
Yeah.
Do you want to just, like, hang out, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I'm going to say, well, we could have been in there warm and drinking, but now I've got to sit on this piss wall. I'm going to walk over to the wall and just hunker down.
Okay. All right. So it's, there's some alleyways and such. I don't know if you guys remember the map for the short battle that we had, but why doesn't everybody go ahead and make some wisdom check? Clear out the chat log here. Who are we missing? Oh, Arnold?
Oh, you said wisdom? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he's fucking damn.
All right. So everybody's kind of spaced out, but not too far away because of the threat of a revenant trying to like take Arnold's advice and kind of keep tabs on everybody. Both Perg and Arnold, the two of you, are watching kind of the same alley, and you see through the dark, foggy rain, an elderly woman just standing there, very still, staring at the stain. She stares for quite a few moments, and then before either of you can really make a move or flinch or even open your mouth, or just as you're about to do so, she just turns and starts walking away. What do you do?
We run after her. And I
Yeah,
want to roll like a necrology check on her.
Go ahead and make a necrology check as you get closer. Perk, what are you doing?
Just going along with Arnold, following her.
He yells out, "Grandma!"
I'll also see if I can get other people's attention.
Yeah, you're all doing a pretty good job of keeping an eye on each other. The rest of you see Arnold and Perg start to move in a direction. You don't see what they're moving towards, but they break out from their spots. Arnold, you get closer, you see that the figure is rather translucent, and you think it may be a ghost, which tells you that you probably shouldn't get too close.
All right. Well, first I want to see what we're gonna do. Like if Perga knows it, and if I can find it again, I'll probably try to turn it maybe.
Right now it's just walking away.
Yeah, I want Perg to see if he knows who it might be.
Oh, I see.
Well, we're just following it right through the rain.
Is anybody not following the group?
I've been following you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yep. If I have not. So let's see. All right. So you guys are following, and sure as shit, it just kind of wanders off through the alleyways, past the fuck is that shit called? Where you hang people?
Gallows?
The gallows.
Gallows?
Thank you. Yeah. Walks past the gallows across the bridge. The guards don't even seem to be paying attention to it. They're all just focused on your group, perched up in their tower. The ghost just passes through the gate as if unseen. As you're all approaching, a guard steps out and says, "Oi! It's a bit late, isn't it?
Yeah,
You got papers?"
Yeah,
Yes,
here
we
you go.
do. The French taunter.
Well, you need to present them. Can't
I'll
just
present
go
my papers.
walking all willy-nilly in here.
I'll present them.
Alright. You guys present your papers, and he seems to be taking longer than normal to look them over.
Sorry, we have some important business to get to on the
Oh,
other
yeah,
side.
yeah, I'm sure you do. Just give me a minute. Just need to make sure these are not forgeries. Continues.
You couldn't tell that anyways.
He stops and looks at you. He says, "Oh, and I'm sure you could do better.
Perhaps.
Perhaps you should."
You're doing fine.
That's damn right I'm doing fine. Continues to pore over the documents. Well, seems to be in order. Move along. Don't start any trouble in there. He yells out something and they open the gate up.
I'll try to find the person again.
Yeah?
Yep.
Did you do the smart thing? Arnold does not have Detect Undead available. Alright, how do you guys want to find where this entity has gone. You don't see it immediately as you step into the Manor District.
Like, how many ways could it have gone? Is like there roads or alleyways?
Oh yeah. There's streets that branch off in many directions. There's the main street that goes to the east towards the obelisk, and then there are several smaller streets that branch off through the various clusters of buildings. Well, manors, if you will.
Well, Arnold, you're the expert in undead. Which do you think is most likely where it would go?
Oh. I mean, I guess it would go like, I mean, it doesn't really have I mean, it can go through walls and shit, so. I guess we'll go left.
Alright, so you're just walking off left?
Well, is there a building in front of us, or is it like an alley or streets or something?
Right now you're kind of in like an open area. It's a larger kind of, I won't say intersection, but it's just a larger street area that kind of opens up, and then about 100 feet to the south there's a cluster of buildings. 100 feet to the north there's a cluster of buildings, and then the main thoroughfare just goes to the east.
Yeah, we'll just keep going straight from the bridge.
Okay. So you just continue to go straight down the main thoroughfare. How fast are you guys walking? Just kind of leisurely? You keeping an eye out? What are you doing?
Cautiously.
Yeah, but
Definitely
fast walk,
keeping an eye
cautious,
With purpose, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You're range walking. Alright, go ahead and give me hold on one second, actually. Give me another round of wisdom checks. Move on.
Damn, Perk, why you gotta copy me, man?
Arnold and Perg, once again, the two of you, you get to this large obelisk, kind of walking quick, and you just see a figure, you're not sure what it is, heading north. There hasn't been a single other person in the streets since you moved on past the guards at the gate.
I'll run after.
North it is.
More, not just with purpose, a full-on sprint.
Alright, so Arnold breaks out. He wouldn't sprint, but he would definitely, I guess, canter.
Well, I'm in heavy armor, so I probably am not. Yeah, I'm probably doing cantering. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, not far after the intersection here, as you go to the north, you just watch as this figure makes an abrupt turn towards a large gate, a large fenced area, and it walks right through the door, the large gates. The gates are wrought iron, as are the walls that have large stone pillars and vines growing up between them, kind of obscuring what's on the other side of the compound, or the fence into the compound, rather. And
I'm gonna try to open up the door.
It is locked. You pull on it, just kind of shakes and rattles, but there's definitely barred on the other side. And thunderclaps overhead as rain pours down on all of you.
This is in the Manor District?
Yep. You all come up on Arnold as he's shaking at a large gate.
Don't they pay each
to
other?
see what this might be?
Are there any signs or notices or anything like that?
There are none. There's vines that are growing up between all the wrought iron gates, or fences, even the gates themselves. It looks as though this place has not been open for a bit.
I'll take a few steps back into the middle of the street to see if I can see, like, the building beyond the gates or fencing.
You cannot. The fencing and the gates are about 15 feet high.
Oh, wow.
They're very tall, yeah. Look very expensive.
I'm gonna sigh and just start climbing up the vines.
Okay, make a percentile roll. Make it out in the open.
What is that? I'm
Can
sorry.
I,
Right click on the D10 and select the percentage looking icon from the radial menu and then throw that in the chat. You try to, but with the rain and just the slickness of the bars, you're not able to get a good grip. And the vines are not really thick enough to like climb them. There's no grip.
Perhaps there's a back entrance. And then I motion to, I don't know, the right side of this and start walking.
Okay.
Looking for another way in.
Perhaps
around
the
this
bull
perimeter.
can throw me over.
or run through it? I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to break in, but is there a way, can I roll a local history on this place to see what I might know what it is?
Go ahead
I
and
might
make
know
a
what
check.
it is.
Yeah, go ahead and try. Wait,
Alright.
what local history do you have? Because I think his is for like Cormair or something.
I don't know. It just says local history.
His local history is actually for Cormair. It is not for
Okay.
this area. But you can still make a check at half.
See if I get a 1 at least. No.
No
I don't know
fucking
shit.
natural 20. You don't know shit about this estate.
Well, Perg, do you know this
Yeah.
estate?
Well, local history of Flan. I know some of that, or I used to. Seems I've forgotten some of it. And I knew about that obelisk. But, see if I remember anything about this place.
-5
Oh.
ability. Oh.
Probably not. Not so much.
Something about it's familiar.
Vaguely familiar, but again, like the obelisk, it's like right there, but I can't get it.
Even more so than the obelisk. You think you've worked
Ah.
here before.
Oh.
You don't know who owns it.
Ah.
Lived with his grandmother here. Under my breath.
With your grandmother here.
I'm sorry, did you say my grandmother lives here?
Your mom's grandmother lived here.
I don't believe that to be true. Wait, who said that?
She made the best cookies.
No, I think my grandmother's mother made the most excellent cookies. We still use her recipe to this day.
No, she had the best cookies.
Alright, so as you guys are walking around the establishment trying to figure out who the fuck owns it, there starts to be, or begins to be a little, like, grade upwards, as if you're walking up a hill. And it's kind of muddy and slick.
I use my dick to steady myself as we walk upwards against the grade.
And then you realize it's just not long enough.
I said stick. I
Oh,
found
I
a
see.
stick. Yes.
I
Yes, a stick. Oh.
fail to find any sticks. No
I heard
roll
something too.
necessary.
I heard it too.
Is there no other no other way in, or does it look like we might be able
You guys,
to jump?
you guys
we
get
get-
to the back side of the establishment. Oh man, the only person who would know. All right, everybody, go ahead and roll wisdom checks as you get to the back side of the complex. You can definitely see the roof of a large building on the inside. All right. Locke and Gwydion, the two of you, as you're all walking along, notice a gap in one of the bars. It looks like one of the bar's welds has broken away from the crossbeam on the bottom. And the wind coming through is making it rattle ever so slightly.
I believe that gap is as big as my mother's. If we use some effort and force, we might be able to make it bigger.
Much like your mother, I will tear it apart.
As you approach this bar, this gap, you think that even if you were able to make the gap bigger, it would only be big enough for probably a child to fit through.
Unfortunate. None
How
of
about
us are
somebody who's,
'Child-sized. 5'5"
5'5" and 135?
5'5" Is that what you are?
Yeah, that's what Purg is.
Yeah, that's too big. Like, we're talking like someone who's like 10 years old, in the neighborhood of like maybe 4'10", 60 pounds.
Where did we leave that kid?
Dead in the street somewhere.
No, he wasn't dead. We left him with his sister.
Oh, that kid.
All right. Do none of us have a rope or anything like that? I don't. I get.
Not on me.
Yes, I have no climbing gear.
For some reason, Arnold has some nice sheets on him.
Yeah, he was using them to bandage people up when you were in the asylum.
Can't we ask Bighorn to just lay his hammer on the bars to each side once or twice and bend them forward?
And attract the attention of the guards with all that racket.
It's raining and there's lightning.
And there's no lights on inside. It's an empty house. There's a ghost in there waiting for her to see her grandson again.
How dare you deny her this?
Yeah, I'm not hammering anything.
Man. How far up is this grate go? Like, does it go up behind the house and there's still like a equally as tall gate or fence behind it?
You can just make out the roof of a house on the other side from where you are that does stand taller than the gate, or the fence, but the fence is about 15 feet high.
Does anybody have rope?
I have a net. I could throw it up, try to catch it on the top, and climb it like a ladder.
How far away is the roof from the fence?
Oh,
I'm talking about the fence.
Yeah, the roof from the fence it's hard to say, but it's too far to like get to the roof and then use it as leverage. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get over the wall.
Yeah, the fence is 15 feet. Your net is like 6 feet. You're not gonna be able to throw the net on top of the fence and have it droop down like a cargo net.
Haven't you thrown me 15 feet before, Bighorn? When we were inside the insane asylum, whatever it was? Try to throw me.
Maybe.
Nobody has rope. This is
All right,
Alright, pick
we're
him up
very-
and
absurd.
throw him.
Strange idea.
Pick him up and throw him.
All right,
Why don't I have rope?
go make a straight check. None of you fools got ropes.
Well, you
No.
know
Got
what?
chains, but it's
No
only
10-foot
fucking-
poles.
You know what it is?
No.
Because you didn't
No.
start the campaign with rope, and that's the kind of shit people buy when they first start a campaign, but never buy extra after the fact.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I do have some rope. It's on my hip.
Oh yeah.
If my spear can reach 15 feet, can I extend it 15 feet for someone to grab and get pulled up?
Might break.
Look at my character sheet. Inventory says I have some rope.
Why
I don't
not?
know. I don't know when that's. I don't know when that showed up,
I feel like you're full of shit. Did you?
but I have some rope right
You
there.
can check the log to see when this rope showed up.
Some rope.
I've got some rope, dude.
That's not how that works. It's oh yeah, look, the rope has no description on it.
Just enough rope. Is that what it's the inventory?
It's just
It's listing.
some rope.
Some rope.
Yeah, dude.
All
I
right.
got some rope.
All right, so to
Oh.
give you an idea of what's going on here, Locke, yeah, your spear, it would not be useful to like have someone climb it like a pole. The haft would likely break. Anybody
All
that's
right.
over like 200 pounds is gonna snap that. You're more than welcome to try to climb, bend bars. There's all kinds of shit you guys can do. Just let me know what you want to do, and
I've got a strange idea. I do have this bag of holding here, which supposed to hold, somebody said, 500 pounds. Could get into it. You could reach through the bars and empty me out.
Does it work like that?
Well, we'll find out. I
It's
I
not-
Locke
don't
is
think
gonna
I
get
can in here.
frustrated, and he's just gonna be like, "I'm gonna bend these bars with my bare might."
While he's trying to bend those bars, I'm really into this idea of using that bag of holding.
I'm gonna try to climb this bitch.
Oh my god. Let's use the bag of holding, guys.
Yeah.
That's a dumb idea.
Why is that a dumb
Why?
idea? Somebody climb in.
Because I
Throw it
don't
over
know
the
if you
fence.
understand how those things work.
It's got
I
air in
barely
it, right?
do. No.
I'm not going to be in there long, just long enough to go in and reach through the bars and dump me out.
Is there a space where somebody could use both of their hands to fit the bag of holding through?
Yeah,
And
there's a gap in the bars big enough for a child to get through. So yes.
I'm gonna help Locke with opening the gates. Like bend the bars and open.
So in the meantime, I'm digging out this bag of holding and looking at it and contemplating if this is really a good idea.
Yeah.
we should test it. We'll test it before.
You guys work on that, and we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
see if we
climb-
can bend these bars.
All right.
We're
Climb into
trying-
the netherworld.
Whoever's making
multiple-
a bend bars lift gates check, go ahead and roll that.
You know, multiple fires in the forge, or whatever the fuck they
I
say.
realize that my thing sucks for this, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Is that bend bars on strength? Yeah.
Yep, I think it just says bars, some shit. Oh, all right. So both Arnold and Locke are not able to do it. Bighorn just kind of steps up, like, "Fuck out of my way." Ben, you just walk up, Bighorn, and you just crank on these. And with the one that's kind of broke away, you're able to get a good amount of leverage and open it up quite a bit wider, where you think any one of you could probably fit through.
Aha! Not with your hammer, but with your hands, huh, bull?
Ooh.
Alright, after seeing that, I step away from this experiment that me and the Perg are doing.
Oh, well. If that's all we had to do, then in we go.
We definitely helped you loosen it.
That's what they always say. Yeah?
All right, so you guys, give me a second. Are you guys going in then?
Yes,
No, we're
of
gonna
course.
stand here and look at the gap.
No, we're going back to the shuttle.
Yeah, that's what I do before entering the gap. Usually.
That's been done. Let's all go home now, boys. Yes, I'm going in.
All right, you guys step through and you find yourselves between a pair of buildings in a courtyard. Off just past you, you can see little cobblestone walkways in the muddy dirt. And you can just get the glimpse of a large fountain. One of the buildings just to the south of you has a nice flower pot under a window. The buildings look in pretty good repair. They look expensive. I will share this map with you in a second. Let me just make sure I got all the shit turned on. Okay. Let me know if this takes a while to load.
Yep, I got it with
Yeah, I
line
got
of
it.
sight.
Alright, cool. Click on one of you guys so I can see what you see. No? Okay. Oh, there we go. For some reason, Control P wasn't working. I couldn't see what you see. Alright, so what do you guys want to do? The floor is yours.
Yeah, there's a door up.
really dark. And then you realize it's because there are shutters on the inside, making it impossible to see in.
Oh, well. Where did everybody else go? Oh, I see. Into the courtyard, eh? All these little double pane things are windows then with shutters closed, I assume?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. I will follow after them then.
Yeah, if you can't hover over something and it says open, which, by the way, please don't open anything unless you specifically ask, then it's a window with shutters. Otherwise, it's a door.
Gotcha.
Little brown ones should be doors. Or are doors.
I'm not a door, I'm a person.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so in the courtyard, you see that there's a surrounding hedge that's shrouded by a thin mist that seems to linger over the grass despite the rain pouring down. All of the buildings in the area appear to be dark and quiet. The odor of a hearth and ivy seems to be mixed with some sweet and sour, unwholesome essence lingering in the courtyard.
Disgusting. Where is that odor coming from? I'll pull out my sword and shield.
Okay.
I am the smell. It doesn't smell like ghouls, does it? We've ran into enough of those to maybe recognize the smell of ghouls. I hope.
It does not smell like ghouls.
Okay, interesting. Regardless, I'm still gonna have my sword and shield out, and look at Bighorn and say, "Are you eyeballing that door over there?"
You said there was a smell, though?
There is.
I'll
Smells-
follow
like
my
it.
nose to the smell,
Yes.
wherever that is.
Seems to be a smell of ivy mixed with some sweetly sour, unwholesome essence. It just kind of permeates the area all around you. And then over here by the this well, there just seems to be a mist that lingers despite the rain. Alright.
Where are you going?
Go ahead and stop moving, everybody. Bighorn, go ahead and make a surprise check as you begin to move closer and closer to the well with all these shrubberies around it, into like the misty area. As you get closer, you see that these sculpted shrubs begin to turn their heads towards you, and these things kind of move down off their perches, and you realize that they are living topiaries as they begin to move and twitch.
Not the shrubbery!
Yeah, and,
The shrubbery is attacking!
everybody, go ahead and make a roll for initiative.
This is what the Knights of Neo were afraid of!
A shrubbery!
We shall bring them several!
If only I had equipped my herring.
Where's that holy hand grenade?
Is this the birthplace of the demon of Kerbanog?
There you go. Shrubberies.
Topiary.
Get fucked.
Topiaries, not shrubberies.
Yep.
Basically the same thing. I mean, technical, it's just a fancy shrubbery.
It looks like a Pokemon or something. Of
Shrubbery
the
was a
sort.
little fence, because he was going to put another one on the other side and make a nice little path.
Yeah. They actually resemble griffins, in case you're curious.
Ah, cool.
I'm planning on this flower box under the window to sprout like.
Looks like they were
Flower
probably
creatures.
pretty expensive to trim in this likeness.
And then even more so to have them enchanted to come
And
alive and attack
animated,
people.
yes.
But I'll tell you what, now that we got that initiative rolled and this encounter is happening and it's 9 o'clock, I think we're going to call it there. Or I know we're going to call it there.
I've got this great landscaper with scissors for hands.
Yeah, very funny. All right, everybody. Great job tonight. Finally at the compound. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe,
All right.
maybe we can get Baldwin up and ready to go at some point. Who knows?
We're going to spend 6 weeks at the compound.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
might
these
find
buildings
a,
are gonna
find a
take us-
scroll here.
Yeah, you could. You never know.
Just stick one out here.
Yep.
Whoa, surprise, look what you found.
I got some sticking out.
Yeah, you do. All right, guys. You have a good
My-
night.
My mom.
But
You're-
Hey,
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next week. We're getting to the conclusion of this book, so yeah, if you want to get caught up, Dude and Dragons on YouTube has all of the previous videos. So have a good night. Hopefully see you next week.